What it is, I mean what it is, stupid, and today we are here with the last drafted player video. But I gotta give y'all a little bit of intro just to let y'all know what the video is about. So we all have seen last drafted players or late round picks like Nikola Jokic, Isaiah Thomas, who have blossomed into amazing superstars. Some reigns were longer than others. Some people lasted for a while as a superstar, and others fizzled out and ended up just becoming role players as they were expected to, since they were drafted in the later round. But now, today we will be doing a little bit of an experiment. Today, we will be seeing the career of the last drafted player in NBA 2K24. It's gonna be a long video, so get your popcorn because we're doing the whole entire career sim. Now today's suspect is Trevon Brazile. Now I don't even know who this man is. He's from Arkansas. Never heard of bro. He's born in the same year as me. Now I gave him a 99 potential and his max potential is at an 89, which could go higher or lower. Let's get into Trevon Brazile first season as an NBA player. Now Trevon Brazile would start his season off as a starting power forward, which is absolutely insane considering the fact he's only a 70 overall. Yo, this man is getting 30 minutes. Oh my god. Now, Trevon Brazile wouldn't even finish as top 5 in the Rookie of the Year race, as Ron Holland would finish out #1 and receive Rookie of the Year. Yo, this man Ron Holland really just got Rookie of the Year. Congrats, my brother. Congrats, bro. Oh, and 6th Man of the Year. But ultimately, that wouldn't stop Trevon Brazile from getting All-Rookie second team. He would finish the season off with 10.8 points per game, 6.7 rebounds per game, 1 assist per game, 1.2 steals per game, and 1.3 blocks per game on 41% shooting and 25% from the 3 and 68% from the free throw, and averaging a staggering 30 minutes per game. And now it came playoff time, where Trevon Brazile would enter his first playoff as a rookie up against the Miami Heat, who was their first round contenders in this round's playoffs. And the Indiana Pacers would advance against Jimmy Butler in the Miami Heat, and the Pacers would go down 3-2 to the Cleveland Cavaliers, who has Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. Oh yeah, and Donovan Mitchell. It looks like they're beating them right now. Yeah, it don't really look like much of a fight. And with the 38-4 and 16 performance from Tyrese Halliburton, the Pacers would make a run for Game 7 back in Cleveland. But in the end, the Pacers would advance and beat the Cavaliers. And after that, that would move Trevon Brazile onto his first conference finals game against the New York Knicks. The Pacers would ultimately end up gentlemen sweeping the New York Knicks to move on to the NBA Finals. But then Trevon Brazile would end up going down with a sprained left knee that would leave him out of the NBA Finals for 1 to 2 weeks. But Trevon Brazile would return back healthy as ever, ready to battle against the Suns, who had his team down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. But ultimately, that wouldn't be enough, as the Suns would advance and win the NBA Finals. Wow, look at Bradley Beal, bruh. Holy. This is in the first year too. This might be an actual prediction for real life, but I wouldn't bet too close on the Suns. Every time it's time for them to go crazy, they always find some way to lose. I don't know how. Oh, D Booker winning NBA Finals MVP. Trevon Brazile would jump from a 70 overall to a 74 overall, and he would earn 1+ badge. And coming into his second season, Trevon Brazile would see 0 minutes in the starting rotation. But things will unfortunately fall off in Trevon Brazile's second season. 10 points per game to averaging 0.4 points per game, and zeros all across the board. He only played in 58 games, but started in 0 of them. And the Pacers would go from a number 5 seeded team to a number 8 seeded team, having to fight their way through the play-in. And Trevon Brazile, knowing that he was on the bench, knowing that there was nothing he could do, had to sit and watch his team from the sideline. Okay, I don't know who Nembaha is. I don't know. Okay. Oh, off the Edwards, you should have shot that. Post fade. Why did you? Hey, he made it. Hey, he made it. Game winner from Edwards. Post hook. Actually, not post fade. To win the game is still the deal. And that will ultimately send the Pacers to the first round as the 7th seeded to go against the Atlanta Hawks. But ultimately, the Indiana Pacers would end up getting eliminated. Trevon Brazile would get a qualifying offer from the Indiana Pacers to stay on a 1-year, $4.91 million deal. Now, going into his 3rd season, he would go up from a 74 to a 76 overall, even though he didn't see any minutes. Now, going into Trevon Brazile third season, he would still be seeing 0 minutes in the rotation. Unfortunately, just like last season, Trevon Brazile would end up only averaging around 3 points per game, and they would end up losing to Jason Tatum in the Boston Celtics. Now, Trevon Brazile would get another qualifying offer going into his 4th year that was worth 1 year and $6.13 million. And going into his 4th season, Trevon Brazile would not progress at all, and he would be sitting at a 76 overall. Now, going into the 4th season, Trevon Brazile would end up getting a new coach in Willie Green, or might have been the same coach. Don't know, wasn't paying attention. But this coach has faith in the team because Trevon Brazile would end up getting 10 minutes off of the bench. But even as a number 1 seeded team, they would see struggles as they would end up losing in the 2nd round to the Charlotte Hornets. And going into his 5th season, Trevon Brazile would not be offered a qualifying offer. And Trevon Brazile would end up signing a 2-year, $12 million deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. And Trevon Brazile would see a decrease in overall as he would go from a 76 to a 75. Going into year 5, Trevon Brazile would only see 15 minutes, and Trevon Brazile will only end up averaging 8.7 points per game with 3 rebounds per game on 48% shooting from the field and 35% shooting from the 3, 78% shooting from the free throw. 14 minutes a game, but they would end up falling short and getting kicked out the playoffs. Now, going into his 6th season, Trevon Brazile wouldn't progress at all, bro. Like, at all. He's still at 75 overall. And in his 6th season, Trevon Brazile would average 1 point per game, only coming in with 2 minutes per game on the entire season, and he played 69 games. Now, the Bucks would end up missing the playoffs, going 33-49, and the Bucks would renounce the rights of Trevon Brazile, leaving him a free agent. And Trevon Brazile is headed to the Orlando Magic on a 1-year, $2 million deal. But the Orlando Magic would end up falling short as they would lose to the Detroit Pistons in the conference finals. Trevon Brazile found his way onto the Boston Celtics on a 1-year, $2 million deal. And Trevon Brazile would go into his 8th season, ended up getting at the 11th spot in the rotation, just under the 10th spot that gives out 11 minutes per game. And Trevon Brazile would end up averaging 3 points per game with 1 rebound per game on 6 minutes per game and 49% shooting from the field and 40% shooting from the 3. But the Boston Celtics would end up losing in a 4-0 sweep to the Detroit Pistons. And that's going to cap off Trevon Brazile 8th season. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end the simulation here because he ended up being a role player. He didn't end up being a contributor like I thought he was going to be. So you could deem this experiment as a fail because he ended up just being a regular role player. Didn't win any championships. I would have at least thought that would have been the positive note he would have got all for him, but he didn't even get that. So if you're new here, subscribe, join the Google Gang. Let me know what type of videos you guys want to see next. I'm ready to do all of them, as y'all can see. Peace.
Hey, where my perk at? All they do shit, my brother, I miss him. Think about this shit, I get in my feelings. I think about this shit, niggas start tripping. Think about this shit, my brother, I spent for. Lonely brain was put in the middle. Flies a bitch, he was putting that shit on. Bitch ass off, she was